What's up, everybody? It's your boy Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV. Welcome back to the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Now, kick back, relax, and come take a ride with your boy. Senior night is going down tomorrow for those South Carolina Gamecocks. They have a chance to finish the regular season undefeated at home against Tennessee. They have been the number one team in the nation for majority of the year, and it looks like they are on the road to a yet another SEC tournament title and national title. It wasn't a very emotional event already, with Don Staley bringing out a huge surprise for forward, center, senior, leading scorer Kamilla Cardoso. We know that she is from Brazil, came to the United States to play her high school basketball, went to Syracuse, had a really good freshman year, transferred to South Carolina, so she's been away from her family for some time. So it was a great surprise for Don Staley, what she did, and it just shows, how much this program values family. But before we get into all that, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button for all the latest and the greatest, and join our memberships. We got that exclusive content coming daily, weekly, whenever you need it. Now, let's get into it.
You are now locked into the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Here is your host, Brandon Blakeney.
Now, Kamilla Cardoso has been a force for South Carolina for 2 years. She's won 6th Player of the Year. Now she is the featured player in that post. She has waited her turn. She has paid her dues within the South Carolina program, and now she is being rewarded with a stellar senior season, and she's looking like a potential top 5 draft pick, according to Coach Don Staley.
Chloe's good.
And then what went into the decision to put Sanaya in that place, and how do you feel like she responded?
Actually, the decision was to put Ash in the starting lineup because that's what we do. But we wanted to make sure that we don't put her in a situation where she doesn't qualify for the 6th player. So that's why the technical took place. So we wanted to make sure, and we don't know what the rules are. I think it's a third of the games, and that would have been her 6th start. So good thing we caught it in time, and we made the decision to change and put Fagan in. And Fagan played great. Fagan was absolutely great in her starting role for us, and it's a tribute to her just staying the course. Like, your numbers call, and she thrived in it. But Chloe will be starting Sunday. What are you thinking? I mean, then you provide information, I think Kamilla's a lock to be top 5. Powell, I think Powell can get in the first round. Sakima, probably not any looks. So, I mean, that's what I'm hearing from like WNBA personnel. So I give them that information and then let them decide, let them sleep on it, process it, and figure out what's best for them and support it.
Cardoso leads the team in scoring, rebounding, and block shots. She's been one of the most dominant players in the nation, on the watch list for National Player of the Year, and she continues to just be a force, not only for South Carolina, but for Brazil as well. She's got the pro game as well as the college game, and there's just a lot of untapped potential. I think, we saw a lot of comments in my last video about her offensive game. She's got a solid offensive game. Does she need a go-to post move? Yes, absolutely. But just her game overall, her skill set, her size, physicality, the ability to rebound, be on the glass, block shots, impact shots on the defensive side, her ability to just finish through pressure. And she's just, understands position and how to win those battles on the low block. And her passing ability is something that we've really seen take off and flourish this year. I think her best days of basketball are ahead of her, and she will unlock another gear that we have not seen in the WNBA, in a more fast-paced and wide-open game where she's so good in transition and beating other bigs down the floor with her mobility, her speed, and agility. So you love to see it, but she's made a lot of sacrifices for this program and for the game of basketball. And anybody that's ever chased your dream and been away from home understands, the difficulty and the isolation you can feel being away from family for long periods of time. But it's all definitely going to pay off for her. But Coach Don Staley honored her as well as these other seniors. Tahina Powell as well as Sakima Walker are also going to be honored on senior night. So it's overall a very emotional event that's coming up. The atmosphere is going to be really, really impressive. It's going to be all the feels in that arena in Columbia. This group just, some players have transferred in like Powell and become instant fan favorites. And then you got Cardoso, who's been around this program a few years, who's put in her dues, and we've watched her grow as a player under Don Staley. And you can tell that connection is real. And Coach Don Staley, being the great, just rock star person of a human being that she is, did something special for Cardoso, her senior forward.
Kind of an incredible moment for all of us. For someone that's made, incredible sacrifices for her family for the past 8 years. Just for this game. Just for the game that she loves. Okay? We got a chance to do something pretty special. Yep, Kamilla. Let's bring the people who also made that sacrifice for the past 8 years to be away from your family. For as long as you've been away from your family, we wanted to make this day special. Bring her mom and her sister out, y'all.
Love to see it, man. Just an incredible scene, very emotional, and I'm expecting her to ball out with her family in attendance, her mom, her sister, showing a lot of love, pulled up to South Carolina, and this is going to be a spectacle. I know Tennessee's coming into this game looking for a win. They've already gotten beat by the South Carolina Gamecocks. Played them tough for 3 quarters, and they're a group that's on the bubble, it feels like right now, that's fighting for their tournament lives. So this is not going to be no pushover, easy win. South Carolina definitely going to have to put all this into perspective, live in the moment, and enjoy and appreciate these seniors. But there's no better way than to send them off than with a win in their final regular season game in the South Carolina colors. And I just wonder, they're what some of these seniors are going to do. Cardoso hasn't made an official decision yet. We haven't really heard anything from Powell, but, they've got a really good recruiting class coming in. And, if some of these seniors do leave, it could open up the opportunity to land Sarah Strong and bring in the number 1 recruit in the nation to pair with this group. If there's some open minutes in that front court. They're going to have some big holes to fill, but these seniors have just left an incredible, legendary impact on this program in a short amount of time for some of them. But South Carolina, we're expecting more of the same, just team dominance. And you can tell, that these seniors want it bad. This group has just had that revenge tour demeanor this entire season, just laser sharp focused. And Don Staley has praised this team. They've come out and compete and in every game, and they've taken everybody's best shot and continued to roll on through the punches and throw a whole bunch on their own. I think, finishing this game off, finishing the season, the regular season undefeated is going to be a really big momentum boost for this group going into the SEC tournament and, preparing for a potential rematch with the defending national champions, the LSU Tigers, and then making that move as the number 1 overall seed in this NCAA tournament. It's March. We're expecting some madness. There are a lot of great teams out there, but South Carolina just continues to feel like they're in a tier of their own. And, you're seeing that closeness, that bond, that family, that structure that they have, that culture that Coach Don Staley has created. And it's just awesome to see, man. I'm expecting a big game from them. I'm expecting Kamilla Cardoso to ball out in front of her family. Those guys to control the glass, use their size, use their depth. They're shooting the basketball really well from three, especially in the last few games. They've really hit a stride. Only thing, the knocks that we've seen is the free throw shooting and the turnovers, and it hasn't cost them yet. But this was just a dope scene. It just shows what kind of person and coach that Coach Don Staley is, man, just making that happen. Super, super emotional, and we haven't even gotten started yet, so we know it's going to be all the feels in that arena. And for this group, they want to finish strong and send these seniors off the right way. But y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments about all this. Holler at your boy. Give me the predictions for this game tomorrow, man, because it's going to be a spectacle. Holler at your boy. Let me know. I appreciate y'all just continuing to comment, like, and share. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Until next time, hey, we out.